like busting balls. That's not fun.
Yeah.
Baltic balls? No, I said busted balls.
Whistling is the cool talent. Yes.
So, what do you think about everything there lately, Steve? What's going on with you and studies? Anything good studies on you?
You know what, Dave? There's there's shit that's going on YouTube.
Oh, I mean, just yeah, maybe that general or whatever. But
It's all just getting out of hand.
yeah, it is kind of different, isn't it?
But real life is like that too. But now it's on platforms. It's being exposed. And then people are liking it. I don't know. And people are not
Y-
liking it.
You know what, Dave? I feel like I'm always walking on eggshells
Mm-hmm.
because I can come on your channel and then I get shit from other people
Yeah,
and say, "Oh well, you're talking to Dave." Oh
So,
my god!
I know. Well, I
right.
gotta
And then
start.
and then I could go talk to Praise or Bob or Bill,
They yell
and
at
it's
you too.
always the
And like,
same shit. I
oh,
always get.
exactly.
Can't everybody just get along?
Apparently,
Yeah,
can't.
I don't understand it. Why can't I come and talk to you on your channel? Why can't I come and talk to Smokey?
I know.
Why can't I come and talk to Bob or Bill or Ben?
Or
I,
Dashton. You're not allowed to talk to me. I'm too weird for them. I got a star on my wall. Who gives a shit?
So the Berean perspective is monitoring a rapture video there. So you get his perspective. He's searching whether these things are so, I guess.
But aren't you like favored by them since you make fun of me though, Steve, in the comments? You make fun of
well,
me now.
you see, Destin, um,
You
and
only do that in comments, but not on camera, right?
and Dave will tell you this also.
Why do you have to speak for Dave? He speaks for himself.
Oh, I'm not speaking for him. You see, that's the thing with you. Where do you get off saying crap like that? I never said I spoke for Dave.
You said he would say this too. You're assuming he would say something
Yeah,
you would say.
he would
So you're
say
trying to
this too
support
because he knows me. He knows me. You don't.
I know enough in your comments, and now I know a little bit different.
Oh, you know so
Voice.
much about me in my comments.
Well, your comments are ridiculous. Do you not read them?
Oh, I know I read them. I
Well, then
said,
you want to say in person now. What is your bullshit that you want to say in person?
what do you do? What do I want to say in person?
Anyways, what were you gonna say before I interrupted or something? You're really slow. Oh my god, this is like never gonna end.
Oh yeah, I'm slow.
Well, you're not a fast talker like me. You call that? Don't you call that something? You call that something? I don't know.
I'm a very calm person.
Yeah, that's boring.
Yeah, that's boring.
Yeah,
You're
douchebag's
an
the
idiot.
size of a calm
You're
person.
an
That's what
idiot.
it is. Okay, thank you. There you go. You said something about calm down, child, and mature as always, and you could get triggered. Okay, well, you just got triggered,
Yeah,
didn't you?
you did.
Didn't you just get triggered right there? Who gives a fuck? We get triggered. Wow, we're human. And your point was, how can I not get triggered about the whole paragraph of things that I was saying about psychic
What were
ability?
you saying? What were you saying? Explain yourself to me.
No, I don't want to. It takes too long. It's way too long. I'll talk way too much about it. I already said what I was going to
Oh,
say. You
come
just said
on.
that in the comments, and you're like, Dashin, you're a fake fraud, and you need to grow up and get live. And then you said, um, tell me where I live, tell me my astrology sign, where was I born, use your
You
tarot card,
said,
bunch of things.
you said you're a psychic. You know all this
Yeah,
shit.
but not automatically.
You
That's what I was
store,
frustrated about.
hold on, let me talk.
I know what I fucking said, but what do you say back to that? Some bullshit?
No, let me talk. You said you know all this
I'll be
shit.
back. I gotta go outside and do something. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
You're a psychic. You know all this shit.
Not all day, but when I can be psychic, I can figure and see things. I've seen things like all those things or whatever.
What have you seen?
But it starts from scratch with everyone. It's not gonna be. I'm not gonna seeing the same fucking things that I've seen on one person to another person to another person. But I'm hoping to repeat doing that to one person, the next person, the next person. I have to find that person that is readable, like visible in spirit that I can see through, and then start doing that from there, and then get a hold of Jesus and God and spirits and blah 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 blah. That's the whole point. You don't get it if you never watched a psychic medium on camera or something, unless you watch fake ones or whatever, and you assume that that's who I am, which I'm not them. I'm just me. This is my experience. But
So you're a real psychic.
everybody's
So
a real psychic.
let me ask you a question.
I'm not an
You
8-ball
said
though. You're assuming what kind of psychic I am, and I'm not that type of psychic. Until I'm psychic. What you see is what you get. What I pick up is what I get. I'm not picking up anything from you right now, and you're not even going to allow me anyways, probably. But let me do your birth chart, and I'll see if I can pick up anything from you. And if I don't, I don't, and I don't care if I don't. I do care that I do though. If I do. And I want it to stay psychic, but it's very small things that I might get, and then if it's wrong and right, and it's like everyone drops it, and it's stupid, and I might just drop it too because it might not work. Some people were readable that I never knew that was readable too. Not everyone's readable. I'm only psychic on people who are fucking readable, like their aura is there better than other people's, apparently. Not everyone has an aura that I can read or something. I can't just all of a sudden I demand get myself in a state of mind to where I'm super psychic. That's what I'm trying to fucking do and practice and keep going back from scratch, trying to get that way again. Because I was that way before, and I think, well, if I was that way before so many times, I could do it again and be that way again. That is the whole point why I'm so frustrated with other people about this whole entire subject, this whole entire experience that I wish I could be having instead of waste my fucking time on useless, ignorant people explaining to them just meaningless things that I can't even explain either. It's stupid. So what is your point? You think that I'm some kind of 8-ball. No, I'm not. I'm not a demand psychic. I wish I could be. That would be fucking cool. But it doesn't work that way. And so I'm trying to figure it out how it works again with somebody who it works on. And if it doesn't work on a douchebag and I can't prove it to them, then that's even more cooler. Yay! I just gotta move the fuck on and find somebody else. Find somebody else. Find somebody else. And then come back to the douchebag who doubted my bullshit, which is you're doubting yourself because you are supposed to be psychic too. You're responsible for being your own psychic instead of being this chill, boring ass, lazy minded, blocking your own sense of self. That's what you're doing. You understand? That's called fucking. It's called annoying. To me, anyways, to me, when I see everybody wasting their time.
Hey, Dashton, if I ever felt the need to where I was gonna deal with a psychic, I probably wouldn't deal with one that sounded like some kind of tranny that tucks its dick between its legs and gets butt fucked and constantly spewing cum out of its own butthole.
You kind of sound like that yourself. You kind of sound like one yourself for real, but whatever. I don't go by how you sound, you judgmental, critical, for no reason, freaking idiot. You expose yourself as being a jerk. Okay, who gives a fuck? You're a jerk. Okay. Wow. And it don't matter that you don't choose me because of how I sound, according to your stupid ears. And look how you fucking you sound like a fucking. You sound like the same thing as the same things that you just said, for real. You sound like
I sound like a tranny that fucking tucks my dick between its legs and
sound like that guy that says, "Wow, clear eyes." You know that commercial? Wow, clear eyes. You sound like that too. All right. You sound like a gay version of him too.
Okay.
So are you? Is that you? You always talk about sexuality? You're obsessed with it? You're just perverted. Whoopee and a jerk. So you are
I
proud
guess
of being a
I'm gay.
douchebag completely. You're proud of being judgmental of somebody else. You're proud of that.
I
Okay,
guess
so
I'm
who's
gay.
the psychic okay, guess you are. Good for you. Nobody gives a fuck anyways, and no one's interested in you that way anyways. But anyways, so what kind of psychic are you looking for? Somebody who has to be phony. They have to be at your high expectations. Everyone's psychic, by the way. But like if you found somebody, you have to like them to get psychic information from them. Really, 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 that's some bullshit too. So pathetic. So pathetic. So pathetic. Pathetic. You're not gonna get the same results as you do with one person to the next. Everyone will give you different readings. You want you should want them all, obviously.
What if I don't want any of them?
You have these fake expectations, which is completely irrationally delusional and pathetic and shallow as fuck it gets. So you'll always be that shallow person if you
That's pretty
continue to be that
judgmental.
ignorant. And that's what you're proud of. You're so proud of it. Well, congratulations. Fucking Sammy Whammy, everyone. Fucking Sammy Whammy, the fucking douchebag circus freak. Right there. Right
Hey,
there.
Dashton. Hey, Dashton. Last time I knew this wasn't a channel that was worried about Dashton the psychic, and that wasn't like the primary.
In the bath? Are you playing with their shit in the toilet? What are you doing? That's gross.
I'm making some pasta, you fucking faggot.
And you're also doing slurs or whatever. Who cares? And on a platform where you're not supposed to, and you're disrespecting his channel, not only yourself. Like that's just.
No, that's
How old are you, young man? How old are you, little boy? How old are you, little boy? Are you too old to act like this?
Dashton, was this Dashton the psychic channel? Was that the utility function of this channel? It's a channel just for Dashton, the transsexual psychic.
I'm just saying you shouldn't disrespect his channel by saying those slurs and all that bullshit, even though he might be open to hearing that funny stuff in person. But you're not supposed to have that on recording. You're not supposed to have that on here where it's censored. It's called censored. You know how dumb and immature you are because you just are so fucking cool that you could go outside the censorship. Like, what an idiot.
Okay, Dashton.
Okay, what up, Steven? Yes, Steven? Yes. How's it going, Steven?
You don't have to be condescending.
Yes, I can be condescending as fuck as I want. Anybody can be condescending. There's
I'm simply trying to ask you a question.
Well, you didn't, so be a little bit
faster. Man to man, or I don't know what your fucking pronouns are.
We're not genital to genitaling each other right now. It's mind to mind.
So you said in another live stream that you saw Jesus.
Yes, I did. Exactly. That's the whole fucking point. I want to see him again. Don't you? Wouldn't you want to see Jesus again? If you ever seen Jesus? You don't give a fuck if anybody else sees Jesus either, do you? You don't care that you don't think you can see Jesus? You think you can see Jesus? Can you see Jesus? Can you try to see Jesus? Have you trying to see Jesus? Because you can. Because you actually can. And you think you can't? Then what are you doing? Wasting your little time. What's your fucking point? So guess what? I got to see Jesus, and you didn't like me. You don't like me. Who gives a fuck if you like me? I got to see Jesus. Didn't you? Wouldn't you want to see Jesus? Wouldn't you want to? Who cares who saw Jesus? It doesn't matter as long as they got to see it.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
And let me talk.
Well, he doesn't know how to. He's too fucking slow for himself, and that's his own fault.
Okay, so you claim that you saw Jesus, right?
Yes,
what did
correct.
He look
I just repeated. Yes, over. I did see Jesus. Over. Your turn. Over.
What did he look like?
He had the brown hair down to his shoulders. He had the high cheekbones. He had thick eyelashes. He had brown eyes that turned blue, and they had speckles of different colors of natural eye colors in his eyes. It was so beautiful. So and he had a plasma bubble, like imagine a clear jelly bubble, and inside was maybe a little bit of electricity, I'm not sure. And then there was actually vibrational, colorful, massaging light energies inside. And I popped through it because he came into my car and he says, I'm here to save Selena. And Selena was there and she was crying because she could feel the energy and everything, but she couldn't see it because she wasn't focusing. And plus, I was at a stop sign, so it's like, wow, seeing all that energy like cloud your eyes too, and it's like all inside your bubble and stuff. And it's crazy, but it felt so good. And I was like, Jesus is the love child, man. And then that was about it. And then it faded away. So what they do now to start from scratch the next time. But that wasn't the only time I saw Jesus. That was the only time I got to feel his presence and be in it. It was so amazing. Grace, woohoo, God. And no one gives a fuck, and no one gives a fuck. No one cares. And it did not make me anything but myself. It's just it. No one had noticed besides her, my witness. And then another chick I seen Jesus through, because I can see through her and I can see her life. And it's so amazing when I find people like that. And this other girl, see, my girlfriend was a Libra, Capricorn, rising, moon, and Cancer. That matters. And then this other chick, the first time I saw Jesus was with my Sagittarius, Virgo rising, moon, and Aries friend. Apparently she's super freaking readable. Her bubble is so out there, you know, like freaking you can feel it. I could see her life story in it. And one of the people that I could see close to her and that I haven't met yet was this Libra girl I could sense she was a Libra. And I was right. Wow. What the fuck is that? And she had long red hair. She was anorexic back then. And then she gained weight, dyed her hair blonde, cut it. And then she dyed her hair black, got gothic. And then she had this ugly pink cloth on her altar. Why would I want to imagine some ugly pink cloth but I was having vision. So I had to focus on it regardless. And it had a red candle shaped like a heart. And then it had this little cup that looked like it had wheat coming out of it, like wheat, like a plant. And then like another candle here and there, whatever the fuck. And I explained it to a T that it was all on her altar with her ugly pink cloth. And above that was like these two eyes in the spiritual realm that she was seeing, and it was all darkness. And apparently she goes, oh yeah. I'm like, I'm getting a headache from it. What is that? And then my friend who's living, she says, yeah, that Libra friend you're seeing, she does communicate with demons, and she says that they are her slave, that they do her bidding or something. And I'm like, that's bullshit. You shouldn't do that. That would be dumb. And you should not ever work with them, even if you think that they're your slave or something. That's bullshit. And then I was like, what do we do? I said, we need Jesus. And then all of a sudden Jesus appeared and he goes, tell her to accept me in her heart. And I'm like, this may sound corny and everything. Like I always say that every time I see Jesus, because it sounds corny, but it's not. And I was like, he said, tell her to accept me in her heart. And then she was just standing there thinking to herself. And I'm like, do it out loud. Like, do it with me. Come on, just say it out loud. I accept you, Jesus, in my heart. Do it. Come on, just do it. And then it's like, I accept you, Jesus, in my heart. And then the spiritual wind came and it got rid of my headache. I'm like, my headache's gone. She goes, oh, my headache's gone too. I'm like, well, that must have been Jesus for real. That's so awesome, period. And even ever since then, I still read her. I got to still see things through her before and after and everything. And I could read her girlfriend and her other friends. And it was just amazing. And I don't really have things that much in common with Sagittarius, but kind of I do, maybe being a philosopher, higher learning, wannabe stuff. But I see them as different from me because my 7th house is in Sagittarius, but I'm a Gemini cuz Cancer rising. So that means I identify as that and talk really fast like I do instead of be like slow like you. What are you, a Cancer sign, a slow sign, or Taurus sign, and Capricorn sign? Those are the slowest signs. What is your astrology sign?
Cancer.
Cancer, that's right. The slowest signs are Cancers, Capricorns, Tauruses, and Virgos. Yep, they're slow. And then Libras are the decent sign. Libras and Virgos, they remind me of each other because they are the basic bitches of the zodiac, and they are considered normal. Woo-wee! I'm a Pisces on the cusp of weirdo, wacko Aquarius, and I'm also Gemini because Cat's rising, so I'll talk really, really fast. So I will be like this, and it will be unusual for the slow, boring people of the world who are so stable and stuff. See, Tauruses are beautiful, sensual, and pleasurable, but they're very stable and calm and reserved and like whatever the fuck, and they're just like perfect at what they say and talk. You know, everyone will listen to them and think they're a normal person too, and they got logic because they're so cool and everything. They get away with everything. They're not gonna be
You
like
know,
this
my
weirdo,
my
crazy
wife, my wife is also a Cancer.
Oh, that's gross. Ugh. Cancer is the most unhygienic sign of all the zodiac. They're usually not circumcised, so that's your mom's fault. But they usually just aren't. And in my interviews and stuff and surveys, and like literally, like they're very unhygienic. Then they're stubbornly unhygienic too. Like they will not be a clean person. Like it's really gross. Sagittarius is the happy-go-lucky clowns. They are disgusting too. They have the most disgustingest house. They always spray disgusting Febreze, have the disgusting smells of axe and disgusting as cologne sprayed on them. And they still look pretty youthful and stuff for some reason. I don't know why. And so does Cancers. Cancers usually have really youthful looking skin, and they have a moon-shaped face.
Hey, Dashton, are you claiming that people that
I'm claiming
represent
that
themselves? Are you
yes,
claiming that people that
yes,
represent themselves as transsexuals
no.
represent a societal norm, and you're normal
I'm
in
not
comparison to
laughing at
other
you. You're
people?
accusing me of that, and it's not true. I'm just a hippie. I'm none of your stupid, stereotypical, like mindless.
I was just asking. I was asking if
That's your
you
imagination.
think of yourself as being some form of a societal norm, because I consider that you probably aren't.
I don't have to be normal. I don't give a fuck about that either. I don't give one bit of fuck. Do you? Are you so normal? Like, how do you dress? What is your freaking shit? And you know that's a loud noise, Sammy Whammy. That's a loud fucking noise. You know you can put yourself on mute because you know nothing worthful to say, valuable to say. You're just a douchebag. But that's fine too. I'm open to criticism. What you
Yeah,
do?
you're
But you know, when you're annoying, you're annoying. When you're
maybe I'm
annoying,
just a
you're
douchebag.
annoying.
But I wouldn't consider
You are a
anything that
douchebag.
you're doing
You
to be
became the
anything
normal
related to a societal norm.
did become the norm. It did. It certainly fucking did. Basic bitch douchebag became the norm.
Dashing,
Everyone's too scared to be outside of that boring douchebagism too. But I mean, I'm still here. Just say what you're gonna say.
Dashing,
Whoever
may
said
I?
that, I can't tell.
It's me.
Okay.
Um,
Huh?
Me and my
See, I
wife
was
are
right. You're
both.
Cancer. Isn't that crazy? Cool, huh? Sometimes it can be wrong, but oh well.
Me and my wife are both Cancers, and
And that's
we've
gross
been
and sad.
married for
For both of y'all.
30 years.
That sounds like an isolated scam. Well, I'm glad you're happy with each other. Do you ever go outside the
How was
box?
that a scam, though?
I just always think marriage is a scam and a fraud and isolating, jealousy, smothering, nonsense, just boring bullshit.
Are you
I don't
against
like
marriage?
jealousy. I don't like jealousy. I don't like isolation. I don't like saying that you're mine, I'm yours, and we own each other, and there's nobody else can get in between us. We can't have any friends besides ourselves, one on one. I hate people like that. I hate those type of rules. I think that's so pathetic and gross. I don't like sharing my space with people either. I don't want to share unless they have to clean up their fucking disgusting mess. Especially, ew, a Cancer? Get the fuck out of my house. Go to your
Hey,
own house.
Dashton, have you ever
But you
considered
know
that a
what?
lot of people
You know
will
what?
just think that you're
Marriage is not
disgusting
like
by
that.
the way that you talk?
But you're the asshole. I'm just being defensive. Who gives a fuck?
I
But
think a lot of people give a fuck
I don't
because
care about a lot of it, what they think. I mean, they think what they think. They can think what they think. I can't change it. I'm not trying to make them think any otherwise. I'm just trying to get my message across and practice my fucking purpose. I don't give a fuck about how you think I sound doing it. Fuck you and your stupid critical thoughts, which I like critical thoughts. I do like that, but like when it comes to this closed-minded shit, it's just retarded. And when it's like bullying. But okay, that's real too. That's in life too. Can't stop that. Sometimes that helps. I don't know. You vent yourself out. Venting is good. Being triggered, who cares? Be triggered. So what?
Can
Why?
but can I tell you something?
I don't know. Can you?
Me and my wife have been married for 30 years. We dated probably 2 years before that. It's never been like that.
I'm
We
sure because
share
y'all both are
things.
probably slow and both boring and easy to go around and easy to keep in the
Let
same
me
habits
talk.
forever
Let
and
me
ever and
talk,
ever. Bet you never got out
please.
that habit of it. Well, it's good. That's good for you. I'm glad you're proud of that shit. I'm a different
Let me
person. I'm
talk.
not married to y'all,
It's
so
always been equal between us.
I didn't say it wasn't. Good for you.
But by what you're saying, you have I don't even know how to describe it, of a marriage between two people. She's my partner. We share things equally.
And what's your favorite color? Blues? Light blue? Was that her favorite color too? Most cancers say that, but it could be something else.
Turquoise.
Charcoal. Ew, that's an ugly color. But some people I really like that color. And people like pink, and I hate that color. Ugh. Most people that are Tauruses love hot pink and lime green and yellow, which is so interesting because they usually like those colors. But a lot of people just like blue, boring, boring, boring blue, whatever. I don't know, basic bitch bullshit. And most Libras like white or black and white, like decent colors. Blah blah blah. I'm just wanting to know everybody's favorite color and match up my experience, and then I could um blibber blabble what they've always said. Like Aries usually always say red. I think that's such a good color for them to like too, automatically. And then someone like blue, but I just like think, wow, it adds up so much that it's pretty interesting. So turquoise is kind of like a
May
is
I ask you a question?
yeah, my lip paint color is lavender and beige. Go ahead and ask it. May
It
I?
may be, it's personal, but you don't have to answer it.
If it has
Are
anything
you
to
in
do
a
with
relationship?
I have a girlfriend. Her name is Selena. Okay. Jesus said, I'm here to save Selena. But
Okay, you don't have to answer it like that. I'm just, you don't have to answer it. You don't have to be snarky.
I like being
Um,
snarky. I feel like, you know,
that's fine. That's fine.
attacked by
But
some big bad
I'm trying
bitch.
not to be an asshole to you.
You're trying not to be one. Okay, chill people get on my nerves because chill people can be complete douchebags in the guise of being chill and relaxed. And I'm just like not gonna put up with this stupid, slow-minded bullshit. It's like God. So I get to be rude. So I'm rude in my own freaking way, I guess. But I'm not trying to be mean or anything. But I guess I come across. I guess I will be. I don't know what the fuck. I'm trying. I'm not trying anything. I'm just trying to be myself. I don't give a fuck how it comes out because it's whether you liked or liked. It doesn't matter. I don't care about that. It's just trying to get my message. But oh well. And then I'll feel
No,
cornered by a lot of people. I
you do you. You
triggered.
do you.
Yeah. Well. Some people ain't doing them is not good enough. It's not cutting the kitten. It's not getting away. So you think that you can't see Jesus or something? Do you think you can see Jesus yourself too?
But you know what?
That was a question that
When
you
people come on here and ask you questions and try to do a dialogue with you, and
I
you come
might be
across with
pathetic.
like that,
So what? Yeah.
you come across as an asshole.
There's too many people that come across as more of an asshole than me. I'm sure I'm the asshole. Not the asshole. In my head, but other people said that are scrutinizing me think that they're not the asshole. Do you think you're the asshole because you're just chill and relaxed? But your comments sure sounded like an alarming asshole.
Oh,
Like,
I
oh
am the
well,
biggest.
okay, you're just slow. Wow.
I'm the biggest asshole on YouTube
Most
and
cancers are
Twitch.
shallow and they're bullies. They want to instigate emotions. But then once the emotions are triggered, you're like, oh, you're triggered. So we're supposed to be numb, mind numbing, no emotion, blank robots. And that's normal to you, and that's helps you with the dialogue.
No,
boring. Bored. Anyways, this is getting nowhere. This is emptiness. So there you go. And Sammy Whammy,
Sammy, you got anything to say?
any douchebag remarks? Go for it.
I'm just cooking, man.
You got a favorite color, Sammy?
Do I have a favorite color? A color?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I really like fuchsia.
Ew, that's so ugly. One of the ugliest colors, pinks. Are you doing that on purpose because you know I hate pink? Good one.
Yeah, I actually like fuchsia. I think it's a fucking killer color.
But it's so
Sammy, what you cooking?
oh my god.
I'm making penne pasta with I'm just making a sauce out of some crushed tomatoes, and that's it.
Oh, nice.
So it's like crushed tomatoes and garlic and salt, and just some Parmesan, and I'm gonna call that good for that.
Yeah, Sammy, you know what I had today?
Shoot.
Corn and mama beans. You know what it's
Nice.
called?
No. What is it?
It's called pasta vazul.
Okay.
It's an Italian dish. Um, I added some gnocchi into it.
I'm primarily Sicilian, genetic wise, but I don't know all the lingo for food. I just kind of I
Hey,
never got into it. I don't care.
AOA, salute.
So what do you think spiritual stuff? Anything about spiritual stuff, Stephen Black? Have you had anything spiritual experience, or do you just believe in something that's not happening for you at all?
Oh, yeah. Let me explain. I'm a Messianic Jew. I was born and
Are
raised
you
in.
circumcised like most cancers aren't? Good job. Even though that's perverted, I don't mean to be, but it is astrology evidence, interviews, and stuff like that.
Okay, so I was born and raised in a Sephardic family. I was raised as a
You're just gonna dock yourself? Okay. You're raised a blank, 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 blank.
Sephardic Jew. Um, I was bar mitzvahed at the age of 13. Grew up in the faith. Um, when I was 18, almost 19 years old, I went to prison. I was convicted of crimes. We'll say that. And I did 8 years. And when I was in prison, I learned about Yeshua HaMashiach.
That's a big word. When I called out to Jesus, he only went by Jesus, and I don't need all those other big words that just are confusing. But okay, you learned about something that, because in jail, you're supposed to be a criminal, and you're supposed to be learning about a religion on how to restract yourself from being a criminal and be scared to be a criminal so you won't be a criminal. That's what religion is for. It's to scare the criminal out of you because you're misbehaving and you need fake church to restrict your life on your nonsense. That's what that's for. But spirituality, being a psychic, you can get real and get out of your head and be in your real state of mind of be conscious and aware and pick up spirits that are actually existing instead of ignoring them and then just reading a book and concentrating on your fleshly bullshit. But anyways, continue.
So, yeah. So I learned about. I grew up as a Jew. When I went to prison, I met some guy in prison. He came to me and said, "Hey, I want to talk to you about not getting involved with these prison gangs, because people approach me, and they were the skinheads. Got approached by the AB, and this guy told me, "Hey, you know what? You don't want to get involved in this shit." And as I said, he was a Messianic Jew, and he told me about Yeshua HaMashiach. I know you probably don't know anything about this.
I just know Chikorita's my favorite Pokemon. That's what that sounds like. Some fucking bullshit that I need to know. But I will figure it out that it sounds like bullshit. And it didn't help me when I called out to Jesus. That's what helped me. Jesus is what his name is, and that's what he goes by, I guess. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be like, hey, Yeshua, yes, you are. No, you're not. Yes, you are. Yes, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. That's fucking confusing bullshit. I hate big words, anyways. In astrology, they have these big words for the houses when it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But they call them like K2 and Coglila, and I'm like, that makes astrology even more difficult and stupid for people who want to actually learn something that you can dumb down. And I'm just like, I'd rather dumb it down. But good for you. You learn some complicated fucking fucked up words to make you sound like a fucking prick or douchebag and just like even more like look like, oh, you might be intelligent. But where does the results and experience come? Where's it at after you learn something? You learned something, but did you learn how to be anything but a slave to a paragraph in a book? And well, you waste your time learning something, but it can get you in arguments and debates, and you can win them with what says what and what verse and what Bible says what, but it's still a waste of time. But maybe it won't be unless you experienced it. I don't know. Did you see any spirits, ghosts, angels, or demons or anything yet? Or is that just you're blind to it and everything else is fleshly book warming club comfort? Nothing paranormal, so it's pointless. Okay. But okay, well, there's your walking dictionary of Yashamakalaha. Teach a 3-year-old to say that shit.
Are you done yet?
Never, but yeah, go ahead.
Jason, when I was like 13, 15 years old, I used to do the Ouija board. Have you ever done a Ouija board?
The Ouija board is a pretty freaking prop for a pretty freaking play, for a pretty good movie. A Ouija board is only for a movie because it's stupid. Spirits are useless. They cannot help you with your Ouija board unless you're doing like what automatic writing so-called bullshit. Well, that's probably real, but it's probably not. I don't know if that happened to me, but like I don't know. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just actually communicate with the real spirits and get a hold of that spirit. And then you have a Ouija board there and you ask the spirit to do something because you can't ask the spirit to do anything because they can't fucking do nothing because they're just like there. They're either there or here with us or somewhere else. And we can communicate with them afar, a distance, or you can communicate with them because they are here almost like a ghost in front of you with somebody, or they're inside their aura in a different realm and you can still communicate with them, but they're not able to touch the fucking Ouija board physically, or there would be a lot more phenomenal things happening, I bet. But I'm not relying on that or expecting some bullshit like that. But that sounds cool.
Hey, Steve. Steve, I've actually been meaning to buy a Ouija board.
And it's never going to work for you because you're not a psychic medium, remember? I mean, actually, you are if you practice it, but that Ouija board you can do by yourself and cheat the system, cheat the spiritual world.
I'm going to buy one. I think it's an interesting concept as far as using that as like a language table. I'm going to buy one. Just haven't got around to it yet.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Steven's trying to warn you. Look at this slow ass trying to warn you. What a fucking bullshit. Like your slow energy really got it to work. Really? What the fuck? So did you get the Ouija board to actually fucking work? And then you became a Yasha word worshiper? A Jewish person? Roseanne Barr's a Jewish, and she's logical and has cool things to say. But whatever. So your Ouija board bullshit. Watching The Craft. Hell yeah, The Craft, the movie. Pretend you're a witch. That's fucking awesome and fun and beautiful decorations. And get with your health and herbs and stuff. Yeah, that's cool, but it's more open-minded than some fake Christian fucking fables of bullshit that's has no results. Even the Bible's more. The Bible is craft and divine miracles. They're called miracles or prophecy. Psychic witchcraft. They're all the fucking same fucking words. It's all the same fucking bullshit. So your Ouija board thing, your little Ouija board pretend trip, how did it go for you? And where's the evidence? And is there any witnesses? And did you make it move by yourself? Or did you believe someone else was moving it and you didn't? And you thought, what really happened? Like why? And then you're warning Sammy over here about the Ouija board.
No. Why don't you shut your fucking mouth for a minute?
Well, you're too quiet, so I'm trying to get you to fucking talk.
No, let me tell you something, asshole. I use the Ouija board.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I know what it's like. I've seen the shit that happens with it. I can tell you from my experience, it's not good. It's not good. I was in a house when we were using a Ouija board.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking windows flew open. No.
The windows 2 hours later.
The windows flew open.
Okay.
The shades were all over the place. The house got ice cold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
Was it cold outside? Was it warm outside? Was it windy outside or anything like that too? Was the air conditioner too cold?
No.
Those are just questions that people ask, of course. Well, maybe this is true. Who knows? And then what?
And the person's house that I was in, his wife ran down the stairs with the kid in her hand and said she heard voices and the house shook. I was there. I saw it. I felt it.
There might be poltergeist stuff. I don't know, but I still doubt it unless there's evidence, unless there is witnesses. So maybe this is something.
You know what, Dustin? Try it. Go ahead. Try it.
I have Ouija boards. They don't work. And when I do get
You don't think they work?
No, bitch. Maybe the house had hauntings in it and you got to be spoon-fed something that you didn't fucking understand. And maybe that was what was happening. And maybe that's fucking real and cool. But like, when you're trying to get it to work by yourself in an empty fucking house, it ain't gonna do shit. Unless you bring a spirit with you. Unless there's a spirit around you, that's the whole point. Then I can see the spirits. If there's not something around you, which are mainly mostly all alone on our
This,
fucking own.
you know what? The
Not everyone
evil
has angels
spirit
around
isn't. You know what?
their house had evil
The
spirits and
evil spirit isn't going to hurt you if you're aligned with them. You're aligned with them.
Okay. Well, interesting. Let keep teaching us about what you know about your experience. Hell yeah.
You know, I've seen it. I've done it. I've been involved with it.
Okay, is that the only things that you've seen? Keep saying every single detail that you've seen. A little bit faster too. And what was the Ouija board? So the Ouija board, you said I seen it. It was, but then you finally got to where it's like the windows. 2 hours later, opened. 3 hours later, it was cold. 5 hours later, here's the 5 hours later. So you were sitting there touching the Ouija board, asking it questions or something, and someone else was there too, or it was just in front of you, and then all this cold and window stuff happened, and then that girl heard voices. So that might be something. I don't know. I mean, people can pretend and scare themselves into faking shit too. So that's another skeptic thing that we just all
It
have to question.
wasn't fake. It
Okay,
was not fake.
Well, what was also the details again with that? The Ouija board, did it work? Did it spin around, do any letters? Or what was the Ouija board had to do with the windows? And
It
being
moved
cold?
by itself.
It moved by itself. Okay, how did it move? Did it move to any letters to give you any answers?
We weren't even touching it, and it moved by itself.
Okay, did you look at to see what it moved to, or were you too scared?
It went to letters.
Okay, did you keep up with the letters, or you didn't know what it actually was saying? It was
Yeah,
letters.
we kept up with the letters,
Okay, well,
and
what
it
were
kept
they? What were
going
they?
to different. It kept going to different letters, and
Yeah, and what did
the
the
letters didn't make any sense. It
Oh,
was like D, G, H, whatever the fuck it went to, but it moved by itself.
cool.
No, not cool.
It's not cool to you, so you rather have a boring life with no knowledge of the really afterlife or any experiences, and you call it to Jesus. Did you know that? Did you not call it to Jesus? And maybe he could come, maybe he doesn't. He doesn't always come, but he could, and that would be cool. Or
I wasn't saved at the time.
Oh, you
We
wasn't
didn't
saved
know
at
what
the time.
we didn't know what those things
It don't fucking
were.
matter. You're still gonna do the same shit. You're experiencing the same shit. What the fuck? But anyway, so you're just gonna walk away from that experience forever and become a Jewish, whatever the fuck that is. What's being a Jew now? What's that? What the hell is any of that? If you all saw that phenomenal, scary-ish or whatever fun experience,
What are you even talking about?
I don't know. You said that you
When I saw that shit, that's when I
you were scared of it.
became a
Wait,
Messianic Jew. You asshole! I saw what was out there.
good.
I
But you
saw the evil.
You saw evil. Okay, so you saw.
So you don't. Do you not see the evil in your life?
No, bitch. Evil's everywhere, and goodness
Oh,
is everywhere.
whoa!
Whoa! I said, bitch. Oh no, that's my period. I say, hey, bitch, what's up, bitch? That doesn't mean anything. It's not calling you names. Get over it. Don't take everything so offensively, like pantser signs really do. But anyways, no, I'm glad that you're talking about phenomenal stuff, supernatural stuff. But you only said a few things. You're not telling me the whole thing. Can you tell me the whole thing? Because I had to keep on getting out of you. You're not going to say nothing for 5 hours. I'd be like,
What do you want to be? What do you want? What
and then
whole
you
thing
said I
do you want me
seen
to tell?
it. Then what did you see? You know how I say I seen Jesus, like I do in blue all day, blue in the face. No one gives a fuck. But like, yeah, you saw something. So you felt the cold. You saw the windows shake or something, and then open up, and then you had some girl witness some voices in her head, and she was scared of her own head. So whatever. And so those are some things right
Is
there.
that not enough?
It's not enough,
What
but
the
it
fuck
is.
do you want me to say?
But you said there's something evil. What was evil? What you said you seen something evil? Did you see any spirits, ghosts, angels, dark shadows, anything like that? Any beings too, or it was just those things? Which is
No,
fine.
I saw that planchette thing move across the board by itself.
Cool.
By itself.
Okay, maybe that did happen. I don't know. And then what else did you see? Anything else? Just all
What
that
else
stuff
do I
scared you
have
away
to
from.
see?
I've seen demons void of light. Whoopie fucking do. I've seen angels' wings. Whoopie fucking do. I've seen animal spirits and they tell me about reincarnation. Whoopie fucking do. I've seen Jesus. Whoopie fucking do. I've seen four-faced cherubim being. That was awesome. Yeah. And I've seen other things too. Other people's family members for years and years. Blah 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 blah. And orbs too, with other people seeing the same fucking thing. So I know I'm not just doing it by myself.
Oh well, I've never seen orbs or a ghost
Right.
in my life.
Well, those are some other
Never.
things that you can see. You can start practicing seeing and stay in the light as best you can. Because without the body, what are you going to do? You're going to see everything. So you might as well get used to it while you're in the flesh. So what you're doing now is basically hiding in a book of thinking that you're saved because you're an atheist now. Basically, not wanting to be involved in anything supernatural or spiritual. Right? Is that what your saving is? So-called saving is? You're safe from it because you're boring from it. You're in a box from it or something. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's the way I would treat it. I mean, I'm not gonna keep that's not gonna stop me from continuing reality and being aware of what's real. Like, literally, hide from it is stupid. Like, and what do you call yourself saved? What do you mean? You're safe because you're stable somewhere and you're sheltered somewhere. You're okay. The demons aren't like attacking you or like or haunting you or something like roaches when you need Jesus to get rid of them like a bug sprayer. That's what that is. Evil spirits and all that bullshit's going to exist when you see in the spiritual world, and good spirits and your actual family members are going to exist too. They're able to get a hold of no matter where they're at. They're somewhere else, but you can still talk to them. And then there's these ghosts and demons or something on earth that is staying in the realm with us, without us, or whatever around that could be seen too. But like then when you start saying, "Oh, you can't wear those type of clothes or watch those type of movies because the Ouija board is real and at somebody else's house." Yeah, not every Ouija board is going to be real for somebody and for the other next person. It's not going to work for everybody. Or else, I mean, that would be amazing because the Toys R Us was selling that shit like hotcakes. It didn't work for everybody because not everybody's haunted. And that's where you get spoon fed the spiritual experience. Wow, what a concept! But you can go up to people and find spirits through them because they are connected to their loved ones, and their loved ones are able to be get in contact with. And then that's the whole point. Just contact, connect, communication is the point. Instead of saying, I'm saved because I ignore it. No, you're an atheist. You're whatever. But why did he have to leave? He thought he was smart, telling me some bullshit, and now he's telling me this stuff, and I wanted to do some more investigating. That was just me investigating and being mean about it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, y'all are gonna deny my experience too. Y'all don't have to believe my experience either, but I just wanted to get the point across. Like, it's a concept or whatever the fuck word I want to say that sounds cool. I don't know. But that was it. He's like, I seen it, blah blah. But I'm like, well, I want to get to the point of what did you actually see, one by one. The windows 2 hours later. They opened up by themselves 5 hours later. 5 hours later more. And then it was like me actually asking a question. So did you get to see the Ouija board actually move? Fucking 3 hours later, yes, the Ouija board moved around. I saw it. It's evil. Okay. What do you call evil? A Ouija board moving around trying to make a sentence, but it didn't make a sentence. It just went to different letters, like which he said. That's cool. Okay. Well, maybe that is real. I don't know. Maybe that poltergeist was real, but you didn't make that happen. You were just there witnessing it. Like, the fuck? But he explains that because he was in line with it, and if he was in line with, if he wasn't, I guess he didn't finish explaining any of that at all. So I'm gonna explain it for myself. I guess he was saying, so since he's saved, he's not in line with the demonic spirits or something and experience. Now he's in line with just human experience and no experience at all. Or is he in line with other spiritual miracles like angels and the light beings and family members and loved ones and normal ones instead of the ones that are out to hurt you or the deceiving ones or whatever? I mean, either way, it's gonna slip. It's gonna come out somewhere. The spiritual world is a variety of spirits. They all exist, and all the creatures in the spiritual realm exist too on Earth, and you can see them too. And obviously, they even said that the demons, or I mean, like the Nephilims or the giants are walking the Earth. Yeah, I've seen that too, and I've seen aliens in spirit. I've seen fairies in spirit too. I've always thought I always wanted to see fairies. I never was into dragons, but I actually did see 2 dragons because of this guy who works as a janitor in a Buddhist temple. What a bomb, and he's a Cancer sign too. And he actually has a baby that has a dragon that's gonna haunt it, and then he has a dragon that said its name and in this, and I could not pronounce it, but it talked to me and echoed. And when I tried to say the name, he pronounced the name exactly how I heard it with my mind. So that confirms that that demon, I mean that dragon was real. I'm tired of calling everything a demon. Not everything's a fucking demon. Not everything's an angel either. You can't call a human an angel because they're not. They're not. You'd rather be a human anyways because angels are just us. Angels are a different species. We'll never become angels. We can be angelic, we can be demonic, but we're never going to be neither one of them. Unless you work with the demons, probably, the void of light, and then you become part of them, and that would be terrible and horrible. So you have to call it to the good Samaritans of light and then be in light. So that's probably what he means by, because I was in line with them, because I wasn't saved. Which he wasn't imprinted by a light that carries you around with protection of calling out to Jesus, the good light Samaritans too, that is belongs to Jesus, collected with his light consciousness, because he would love himself and all of us to be with him and be protected by him and cast away. When we come together, we light up the dark to cast away the dark void of light beings, which they cannot help being that way. Whether they're evil or not, it is pollution. They are a polluted being, a black robed demon or whatever, which is sad. How do you save those people? I don't know, those spirits or whatever. I don't know. And maybe they're unborn too, and they're just demons out there. I don't know. And then they make the room cold in that person's house, and their Ouija board was actually moving around. Well, that's cool. I wonder what else they do. And then he said, they can't hurt you or something. And then he didn't finish his sentence. He just got off with no tolerance and left us astray with his bullshit again. He was spoon-fed a haunted place, whoopie-doo, because he didn't know no better. So you get to be more haunted with shit until you're like so-called saved or whatever, or call it to Jesus and confess that he's the light and the way, and we rather be in his presence than these other dumb bullshit creatures that are scary monsters, which, you know, not every monster is going to be bad or good or whatever. They're just going to be monsters or different species, and they can't help it either. Like a dinosaur can't help it. I don't fucking know. Animals, animal kingdom, which animals can be with humans, so they're in heaven or whatever you call it. Heaven is surrounded by your loved ones and the light. Ooh-wee, it's heaven. Jesus is the presence of heaven. He's the psychedelic presence of heaven that makes you high because he's the most high. So it's sad we're all nagging him to get high off spirit. Well, we're getting his energy off spirit so we can stay in the light instead of being darkness because of oblivion, what we exist in. To fill yourself up with the light every day, all the time. Ask for the light, blah, 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 until you run out of it or something. You get a battery. He's a battery or something. It's the common sense of it all. And it doesn't matter what you're really doing. You're not part of the dark, so you're part of the light. You can be a douchebag all you want and still call it to Jesus, and he can save you with his light. That's his presence. And save you from the fucking void of light demon bullshit. That is pollution. But, angels can't save you from secondhand smoke, physical things, it seems like. But then again, he says that this dude who's cancer sign, slow as fuck, like all slow as fuck cancers are, like really, just because I'm fast doesn't mean I have to be mean to everybody like that, or just be impatient with it too. But he's mostly impatient too. Slow people, I guess, are more impatient and less tolerant. So what the fuck does that tell you about that? He just left. So I have all these questions now. So why can't I have questions? He's got a paranormal experience, but he's just half-ass says it and runs. Like, he doesn't understand it himself. No one's going to understand it, but he's the one that understands his own experience. And I only understand my own. I still don't understand my own, but I can explain it in details as good as I can, as scatterbrained as I can. I don't care how it's going to sound for me, but it's my freaking sound, my message or whatever story, my testimony, blah, blah. I'm glad that he was telling me the testimony. Maybe I was interrupting too much for his slow ass. I don't know. I don't mean to do that because I really want to hear your experience, but you're not going to say nothing. You're just going to fucking sit there like 5 hours later. I'm supposed to be like, oh, you've seen it. Okay, I'll take your words for value. Not. I want to take it for facts. I want to hear the facts. I want to hear the details of this thing. I want to dissect it, and I want to know the truth. I want to know what is what. I don't have to deny it. I doubt it, but I'm not trying to be mean about it. I mean, I guess I could believe or not believe. It wouldn't matter. Your experience was your experience. I cannot change it. I cannot take it away from it. I cannot devalue it or whatever. I can't do nothing about it. I can only try to learn from it and try to question it and see what really is what happened and tell you my maybes about it. That's all I can do. Obviously, that's what everybody else can do. If you don't tell them in details your experience, they're not going to fucking know what the hell you're mean. I didn't tell you to go away with your experience. I wanted to tell you help you tell it yourself more. But now you're like, oh, I guess I'm gone. Boom. I wish no one would do that. Stick up for your experience and tell it. And you're taking so long to tell it. And look at me. I'm going blah, 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 blah. Like telling my bullshit for vomit, like they say that one person said, Ryan or whatever. Yeah.
Hey, Dashin.
Like Ryan.
Dashin.
Yes.
Dashin, I'm gonna get off this because I'm sick of listening to a faggot run its mouth.
Great.
So talk to you later, bud.
Okay, less tolerant. You're less tolerant. Well, I'm tired of listening to your cooking in the background and you being a douchebag, but it's still come back next time, be a douchebag next time and tell us your experience. Go buy your fucking self a Ouija board. Yeah. Go see how lame that is. Jace TUN had a big storm happening and now it's dead. Jace, okay. Where are all the real people gone? What real people? People who have to sound boring, normal or something and critique themselves better. And that's what real people are. I ain't going nowhere. Just watching Sammy give a listening ear to I don't know what. Listening to him be a douchebag and cook his crap and his background scratches and noises. Hi peeps, me fly tomorrow. This is hard on my eardrums. Okay, Jace. Okay. Hey, Sammy, why are you talking to weirdos? You're asking Sammy why he's talking to weirdos? Of course, because he can't tolerate weirdos when he's his own weirdo. I believe you were relatively normal, pretty much like me. You call that normal? Call that a douchebag. Perspective can be a scary thing in this world, lol. That's true. Shepherd sheep, that's a good one. Okay, Stefan. The dashboard psychic helpline. Hell yes. I'm not a helpline. Y'all are my help. Your spirit is my help to see the spiritual world and the spirits. And I'm your help for getting in contact with something that you think that you missed, but you're avoiding. Okay, Stefan, turn on the heater. CSCFE, go drink from the toilet if you don't want to listen. CSFJ, dashing is cool. Oh, thank you. And then I said, yes, vomit hour with dashboard, the actual psychic. Whenever he is psychic is what I meant, but I couldn't type. I said whenever is psychic. See, that was my sentence that I messed up. I would rather say I'm trying to agree with Ryan because he says it's vomit hour with Dashboard Psychic or something like that. I said yes, vomit hour with Dashboard, the actual psychic, whenever is psychic, which I mean whenever he is psychic, whenever I am psychic, and then I can be psychic. It's not like I'm being psychic now. Everyone is psychic, so can't just claim I'm the only one. I'm not. I'm the only one doing it though, practicing it. Obviously, everyone should be practicing it all at the same time. What the hell? Stefan said Dashboard the psychic, and then Mr. Fate's Variety Vibes show. Anyone can pretend to have met Jesus. Jesus is just a myth, not so much a historical person. Jesus is just a parable, is what Mr. Fat says. Yeah, well, there you go. Stick up for your atheism bullshit and skepticism, because skepticism is way better than believing in some fucking bullshit that somebody else wrote. That is so much better. So much better to be a skeptic. Until you experience stuff yourself, then you know what exists, and you know now you can see more that exist instead of lie to yourself about what doesn't exist. That is boring and stupid. That is, okay. Just Ryan says that description matches no non-descriptions of the ancient Semitic peoples. Right? Just Ryan says, "Good Lord, this will be a waste of time, like dashing spirits who peep and mutter. He can't let anyone else talk." That's probably true, but I try to let them talk, but I want them to talk. I'm trying to get them to talk more. I try to get that slow little cancer sign guy to talk more, because it was like, you heard how he was talking. The windows opened. I mean, I had to force him to talk, like ask him, kick him into talking, like push him into talking about a subject that he claims or whatever. The windows opened 2 hours later. No, he said the windows. And then I'm like waiting and waiting and waiting. 2 hours later, they opened by themselves. 5 hours later, and I'm like, it was cold. 3 minutes later, this lady ran down the stairs with her, carrying her child down the stairs. Had voices in her head. Okay, and what were those voices exactly? What did she was told? Did she explain what was told? I would like to know about that too. I mean, is not insignificant? Can you not comprehend trying to explain your story? Sometimes I can. I slip over my words too, triple my words too. But okay, then Mr. Fat's Fat Variety Vibes show says, "Guess what? I met Jesus downtown. Alameda. He helped me fix my car." Okay, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. Who knows? Really, I wish. I don't know. Someone be praying for their car to get back on. Please start the car. Please start the car. Please start the car. Please God help me. Oh God, being stranded. Yeah. I mean, I could be praying for that for hours. I still have that bad habit. Please God help me. Please God help me. Please God help me. Even with the help me, let me look at it. I have an anxiety deck all day. Just Ryan says, Dashin seems to not recognize this is the news unite, not Dashin's endless vomit hour. Right? I mean, that's something to say. I mean, that makes sense. Okay, Just Ryan, if psychics have an error rate, then they cannot make claims like a biblical prophet, much less Jesus, the prophet of the church. What kind of bullshit's that? That's all made up. That is lame to believe and pathetic. But Just Ryan says something actually about pagans. Yeah, what about pagans and witchcraft and Wiccans? I mean, don't they sound more realistic? And just put Jesus there, woohoo. Which I'm just not falling for some kind of garbage trash like that. I don't care. I mean, I think that's cool, but that's not the point. The point is just communicating with spirits and communicating, and no more troubles. There's no troubles with that. Just Ryan says pagans are usually quite exclusive. Apparently, Dashin isn't exclusive. I'm not private. No, I'm going to exploit. I want everyone to know the truth. I want it to be recorded. I want to prove it. I don't want to lie about it or have it be lied about or believe in a fucking lie or submit to a fucking lie, conform to a stupid fucking lie that makes no sense, no difference, and it doesn't have any results, no evidence. That's the point. I want the real results. I want the evidence because I've got the right reports and I do got evidence and I want to keep recording it. So keep my experience alive. Mr. Fat's Variety Vibes show. Where have all the regular gone? They've been purged. Well, I don't know. They don't have to be addicted to the same day every day or have time for it. I don't know. Hop up. Okay. Then all this other stuff goes on. I'm nothing. Well, I mean, people would just run off. Maybe because I overtalk, I do, but I want them to talk too. I want them to say all their stuff in details of the psychic I run a psychic hotline. I'm psychic, I run a hotline. Oh, didn't you say that stuff was fake or something? Or you do it fraudulently, make money, you make believe, you make vulnerable believers pay for that bullshit. That's a scam. I would never ever charge for a psychic reading. Never ever charge for a astrology roasting review. That's what I do. Always, always for free, because I want the experience and I want to learn about it. That's how I learn it and teach it. And it's really fucking awesome. I want to experience it. I want the evidence to come true. I want to practice this evidence to come true. It has came true before and it can again. That's what the point is. And sometimes it just is not working. And that's what I'm complaining about. Because it can work. It has worked before. I'm not lying. 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 I'm telling you the truth. I got the truth on here. I got the evidence on here. Look at it for yourself. There's the witnesses. They're complete strangers. Dashing is. I even did it in the parking lot, in the middle of the parking lot, and I got that on camera too. So awesome. One of my figurines I recorded on here. Hello, yes, I did. I can decorate how I want to, personalize it how I want to. But it's a real experience. If you're practicing, you can get it too. Jay says, "Hey, Sammy, why are you talking to these weirdos? I believe you were relatively normal, pretty much like me." But he's a douchebag, so you're relatively douchebag like him too? Hopefully not. I don't assume everyone's a douchebag, but I just assume everyone's a douchebag, so that's how it is. So I guess I might be rude. Okay. Stephen Black says, "Okay, apparently I can't join the studio. Hopefully we can talk again." All right, think we do want us to talk again, and I want you to talk. I mean, I don't care what I want. You shouldn't have to care what I want, but I want to ask questions, not try to interrupt you, try to only interrupt you so you can push along your story faster and get your story out there. I mean, you're not talking in details. I want details of this stuff because you didn't come up with the whole story. I want the whole story. Hopefully next time. Thank you for all that. Anyways, tell me your story. Sorry that you're not in the studio anymore. Mr. Fat Friday Vibes Show says, "Dashin, can you look into the cards are fake, tarot cards are fake, and then cards, and see what is going on with Spider? Is he safe or getting beaten up? And look into the stars who ratted him out, who ate the cheese." Well, Ryan doesn't tell me his astrology sign, even though he says he's been docked out there or whatever the fuck, which is stupid and terrible for him and horrible for him. But I don't know. He won't let me do his birth chart. He don't give a fuck about any of that, and he does not like my weirdoness or something because he has to be boring and think everybody else has to be boring and actually be normal. Which I do like him. I like Ryan. Then again, he is still a douchebag underneath all that stuff that I like. But oh well. He might be a good sign that I like, and it might be an asshole. Like, I mean, yeah. I thought Smokey Saint was a fucking Virgo. He reminds me of Virgo, but he's a Libra, so that makes sense too. And I keep forgetting and I keep ignoring that. But he might be on the cusp of Scorpio, or whatever, because that's what he thinks. I guess I'm not sure. So that's even cool. He can act like both of them. He reminds me of all three of them. So oh well. But how can you remind him of all three of them? I don't know. Just is. It's confusing. Like an unfamiliar signs I get confused with, and I always ignore the fact people that are nice are Geminis. Some people, because most Geminis are psycho and they're not nice, and mostly when Geminis have Moon in Aquarius, they are nice, they are good, and then they're more freaking but yeah, I don't know, and some it's confusing because it's not all signs are the exact personality you think they are, but they still have side effects of it, but it's a different flavor that's unfamiliar to me because everyone has a different flavor of each flavor, and they all have a birth chart that makes them completely individualistic. You can't just be all 12 sign or all one sign. You're all 12 signs in the zodiac. I can't explain it. Screw it. But it just makes more sense, and it's a study to know about why these are acting like this and why they look like this and that. And it's so fun to guess people their signs and be right. But I'm not right all the time either. So it doesn't mean it's not real. It just means I don't know yet. And then I'll fucking keep note of what is and keep that to collect in my experience so I can find out more and teach more or match up what is matched up. If that makes any sense. If it doesn't make any sense, I don't care. If you're not in astrology or whatever, then you wouldn't understand the freaking craving and thriving on astrology because it's awesome. It's a freaking awesome thing. I used to not even want to believe in astrology. I thought it was such bullshit. I did not want to be an Aquarius, which I did. I think that was one of my favorite signs, and now I'm like, I wanted to be the Pisces because I am a Pisces. I was like, that's more like me. But like the reason why I was into the astrology, there was these dolls, and the Pisces had pink hair. What the fuck? And then the Aquarius was in a wheelchair with bell bottoms, and it was a hippie. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's more like me. Yes. But like, you don't just go by like looks and all that shallow bullshit. But like, I just thought that was so pretty in school, characteristic wise, and I mean it matches their personality. It's pretty cool. And it turns out actually in my birth chart, since I'm born at 1:11 p.m., I am leaning more towards Pisces in my birth chart. Plus, I advertise Pisces in my 10th house. I'm like, I'm Pisces, y'all. I'm Pisces, y'all. I'm not. But I also have Venus, Aries, conjunct Mars, Aries, conjunct Pallas and Pisces in my 10th house Pisces, which is supposed to be what I'm advertising and want to be remembered for and how I'm going to be and on camera. So everyone will see my Mars. See my Mars, you can't hide it. When I get triggered or whatever you want to call it, mad or have my lashing out experience or be mouthy like a Gemini or cuss cancer rising, they cannot shut up. I cannot shut up. I'm like talking so fast and over myself like a schizophrenic on the outside. Is Gemini, a duality. So, but I'm a Pisces cause Aquarius or whatever. And then I got Moon and Aquarius, so I'm friendly and come as you are bullshit. I don't know. Mr. Variety Set Vibe says, when I was dashed in age, I wanted to be a psychic detective work with the police. They told me to knock it off. I solved crimes even monks couldn't. Right. Well, that's exactly what I thought. I could be something too, but obviously no. I'm just gonna be this weirdo outcast who's actually a psychic. Oh fucking well. I'm not gonna put up a fake persona of this normal person. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna conform. I'll go outside that box and kick that box out. Fuck that box. I don't give a fuck. But it's not acceptable to people. Like I'm Lilith is an Aries. That is my purpose. In my 11th house, Aries. My North Node Taurus is conjunct my Lilith and Aries in my 11th house, Aries. So I will be repulsive and do things without thinking and do it quick and fast anyways and work now or never, live now or never. And it will be something that is rebellious against other people who don't want to see this shit. It's like a stumping. It's like, wow, you're going to build a brick wall. I'm going to just kick that ass out. I want to get past all this. I don't want any limits on this or restrictions on this. I want to be free. I want to be clear my mind and make my mind work instead of having a brain cramp of somebody else's nightmare. Whatever. So it's part of my purpose to be assertive and stuff, but it won't be something that you want to see. So fucking what? Then I'm stuck with doing that. Also with my Moon and Aquarius weirdo outcast syndrome. So fucking what? And then my sensitive Pisces forgivingness and whatever. Like, and then I have Gemini because rising, so it will be like, I'm too fast. Woohoo. And I talk too much. So at least I'm informative because it's a bridge of communication. It's making a bridge to communicate. Is Gemini rising. And on the cusp of Cancer, so I might be a mothering and nourishing person. Wah. So my chart is pretty much, and then I have Saturn in 6th house of hell. 6th house ruled by Virgo. And Virgo is the polarity opposition of Pisces. Okay? And it's not my 7th house, which 7th house is ruled by Libra. All Libras are embarrassed, basic bitches. They don't care about the truth. They just want to be self-righteous. they are embarrassed of all weirdos or whatever, but they are the peace people. They give peace, and they're also like about like when people want to come bully me or something, the Libra will stand there and everyone will take the Libra seriously. Like, oh, we should stop acting up because the Libra is here, and that's true. They're like a guardian angel for me because that's what happened in my life. That's even happening on here or whatever. With Smokey Saint, he's a Libra apparently on the cusp Scorpio. I don't know. Well, Scorpio is my soulmate best friend, but whatever. And the Libras are Libras. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can like or not like a Libra. I mean, my first crushes were Libras that gave me butterflies. But when I realized this astrology was true, that I didn't want to believe, and I was rebelling against. I was like, oh, this is so stupid. But I love the dolls of the astrology thing, zodiacgirls.com, which was my favorite. But I was testing out, and all of a sudden, I would see these stars and moons on these Cancer sign faces, and I realized all these Cancer signs all act the fucking same, and they're all fucking slow. But if they have Mercury in Cancer, they talk more. When they have Mercury in Gemini, that means they think before they communicate, and then they only jump in when they think is it necessary. So they keep quiet like an idiot. And most Moon and Virgos, Moon, not the and most Virgos anyways, it's hard to talk to them because you can't with my talking, they are so offended by getting interrupted and shit. And it's like they can't process their thoughts to get their words out when someone else is talking. When I could just be like blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, what did you say? Repeat that if that's okay with you. I didn't mean to. I just had something to say at the time. Commentary, that's all it is. And can be back and forth, but there's some things that you say that I want to peek in and say this and that. And then you can say whatever next time and keep saying and saying and saying. And there might be somewhere I want to jump in and say a few words and then go back to myself and listen. So that's my weird way of communicating. Too much multitasking. I don't know. But yeah, some people can keep up with my fast talk. Yeah. But whatever. Anyways, that's cool, Mr. Fats. Variety Vibes Flow. That's way cool. I mean, hey, I want to hear more about that. Tell me your testimony. Let's get it recorded. Say your whole entire story on YouTube. Hopefully you have a playlist where all your experiences are, unless you're just saying that stuff, because I don't know. But I'd like to know, I'm a Life 7. That means they don't accept someone just telling me their stupid shit without facts or something. I want to get to the point. I want to know. I want the truth. I don't want to lie. Stuff like that. Whatever's clever. Here.